and one of the most beloved traditions during this season is Hanami, or cherry blossom viewing. But enjoying Hanami isn't just about sitting under a tree. There are important etiquette rules, issues like space-saving battles, and even annual problems with trash. Today we'll walk you through everything you need to know so you can enjoy Hanami respectfully and beautifully.
You'll know that Sakura is nearing the end of its life when you see the leaves like this come out. So it means that they will soon fall down. So we are currently here in Akashi Park to look at Sakura. So Akashi Park is nice because you can also ride a boat like this. And it's not as crowded as the other popular Sakura spots here in Japan, like Osaka Castle or Himeji Castle. So Akashi Castle is, for a much more relaxing vibe. And there are also a lot of food stalls and then some art crafts, people selling stuff. So you'll never get bored here. So I also recommend Akashi. It's a nice place to go. So we are currently in Akashi Park to enjoy the cherry blossoms here in Japan. Currently here in Akashi Park to enjoy viewing some cherry blossoms. And aside from looking at cherry blossoms, you can also actually enjoy a lot of activities here. Like, for example, riding a boat that is shaped like a bird. And the reason is because there are actually a lot of birds here in Akashi Park and different sizes. I saw a big bird. I don't know the name. I think it's kind of Japanese bird, and ducks. And also, if you look up, you will also see a lot of bird nests. So if you are a bird watcher and you're interested with Japanese birds, you can also come here to watch them. And for some reason, they're not that afraid of people too. So, they're like walking close to the edge where people walk. So I also recommend that if you see those birds, just to avoid, touching or trying to feed them something, because that's not allowed here. So just let them be. And also, the cherry blossoms here in Japan only bloom for a short time. That's why you'll see a lot of Japanese people enjoying Hanami. So they only bloom from the end of March until the first week of April. And for those who are curious, what's the weather like? So the weather is very unpredictable. So at the beginning of March, it was still cold, but by the end of it, it's starting to get warm. And actually now it's really warm. Like, it's a nice weather in here. But yesterday, unfortunately, it was raining, and it kind of affected the lifespan of cherry blossoms too, because they're only here for like 10 days, and if it's raining, that shortens their lifespan. So yesterday, I saw a lot of cherry blossom petals, fall down because of the rain. But today is a nice weather, so you'll see a lot of people coming here and doing Hanami with their family. As a foreigner myself, my first Hanami experience was truly magical, because you won't see flowers like this in my home country, and I bet in yours too. So if you're lucky and you have the chance to experience Hanami here in Japan, my tip or the stuff that I would recommend you to bring around here: first, sheet, so you can put it on the ground, and of course bring your own garbage bag, because you are not allowed to leave your garbage here. And you will also rarely see, actually almost nothing. You won't see any garbage cans here, so you have to bring your own garbage back home. And also, you can actually drink alcohol, but make sure to follow the park rules, like don't, run around drunk. So be sure to control your alcohol intake. Also, if you're the kind of person who likes to ride bicycles, there are also specific areas where you can ride bicycles, but be sure to know if the park allows that. But in my opinion, I think it's better to just leave it somewhere, like you can park it before coming to the park. Also, don't be too loud. So I know that you're drunk and you're probably having fun with your friends, but try to not bring huge speakers for music. So I know we love music, but try to, maintain the peace and quiet as much as possible. I know that you see a lot of influencers recommending the popular parks in Japan, like the Yoyogi Park or the Osaka Castle or something. But actually, Japan has a lot of parks and places that are nice for cherry blossom viewing too. So make sure to check the local area where is there the nearest park, because it's also equally beautiful. Also, minus the crowd, minus the stress because of lots of people. Whoa, there's a bird who just like landed in front of me. See, this is something that you will not experience in crowded places. So I think local areas have much more to offer if you want to experience, Hanami peacefully and quietly. There's also another reminder that I want you guys to remember. So don't shake the branches just to make the petals fall for, the Instagram photo that you want. Don't shake the branches. You can touch the flower, that's okay, but don't pick it up. Or you can just pick some petals off the ground. It's equally as beautiful because cherry blossoms are very fragile. So they will really fall off easily, and it will affect the blooming of the flowers for the next season. Live tayo na! I was not joking when I said Akashi has a lot of birds. So you can see so many birds in here. And they're also like so close to the ground. They're flying so close to the ground, close to the people. Oh, wow. And they're huge. They're also kind of big. And you can see Akashi Castle over there. The birds right here are doing their own party. So they're trying to eat human food. So they're having a human food matsuri. あ、ネギマヨお願いします。700円です。はい。はい、すいません。はい。それ、はい、300円のお返しですね。I have to guard this because the birds are gonna try to get my takoyaki. We are now on our second Sakura spot here in Hyogo. So this is the Sumaura Sanjo Amusement Park. And this is also one of the recommended spots here in Hyogoken to have hanami or view cherry blossoms. But the difference with this place and with Akashi Castle or Himeji Castle, Osaka Castle, is that you will use a ropeway to get to the top. And that's the fun part. So you get to ride a ropeway, you can see cherry blossoms from the top, and aside from that, you can also see the Akashi Kaikyo Bridge. It's a very popular bridge that's connecting Akashi to Awaji Island. And from the ropeway, you will also be able to experience riding something that they call a car later. So not an escalator, but a car later. So personally, I also haven't experienced that. But here, personally, I haven't experienced that. But apparently here in Japan, it's, kind of rare. And here is the only spot that you can try it. So yeah, I'm excited to try that. And then there's also what they call the cycle monorail. So cycle monorail, that is also something that I have never tried, but I've seen it in social media, so I'm very excited. It has a retro vibe to it. And as you know, or well, you don't know, guys, but I actually can't ride a bicycle. So the monorail is the only chance for me to experience a proper, bicycle while actually moving, outdoor bicycle of some sort. So super excited to try that. And then there is also what they call the Keisa Cosmos. So it's apparently a rotating cafe located in an observation deck. So it takes 55 minutes to make a full 360 turn, but we can stay for a bit and just, watch the view and then have some snacks. That's also an alternative if you didn't prepare any food for Hanami. So yeah, I'm excited to try that. I don't know their menu yet. I'm just going to see it while we go there. But personally, I have never tried a moving observation deck. So yeah, super excited. So I'll show you guys what we see later. But for now, we're still waiting for a parking spot. So we'll keep you guys updated. See you later. So we have been waiting for about around almost 30 minutes, and we are now at the entrance of the parking space. We still gotta wait. Yep. Okay, we are now entering the parking lot. We have now arrived at Sumaura Sanjo. So I think we have been waiting for parking for around 30 minutes or so. And it is obviously more crowded here than in Akashi Park, but from the entrance, you will already see lots of cherry blossoms around. And apparently they also have an event called Atsumori Sakura. I'm not sure what that is, but yeah, sounds fun. So let's go up. Wow, so if from the entrance, it's a hill going on top, and yeah, if you don't exercise that much, that is the warm up, because from here, it's actually just, going up, 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 and you can also see lots of trains passing by and a beautiful ocean view. And I think that is also a fishing deck. A lot of people are fishing over there, so yeah, if you're interested, you can also go here and then look around. Yeah. There are also lots of food stalls here, but in my opinion, Akashi Castle has more. But they also have the same stuff, like the fried potatoes, like the French fries or takoyaki and odango. So very popular spring snack. So yeah, Turkish ice cream.すみません、ジャンボフランク一つか。はい。
フランク一本でよかったですか？
はい。現金。トントントントントントントントントン。
もうちょっとマスタードお願いします。なんか少なかった。
もっと？
あ、もういい。
もういいや。
うん、美味しそうね。
うん。
いただきます。
いただきます。いただきます。いただきます。This is just 300 yen. It's not that expensive as I expected. I thought it's gonna be like 800 yen. But it was cheap. And it's good. This is our second food for today. So in Akashi we had takoyaki. We weren't able to film us eating it, and now we're having this Frankfurt. Apparently the ropeway is in front of the station, and we went here by car, so we weren't able to see it. We didn't notice it, so now we have to go back down to go to the ropeway entrance. So time now is 1:30 and we arrived here around 1 p.m. And we wanted to ride the ropeway. That was our initial plan, but unfortunately we may have to just cancel it today. So the number right now that they're calling is 1920, and our number is 3,407 and 3,408. That's like double of that, and no, we can't waste that much time. I think it'll take around 2 hours of waiting. So instead of just going to the ropeway and enjoying the view here, we'll go to our next Hanami spot. So let's go. I know I said that we will give up with going to the top thing, but we ultimately decided to finally go hiking and use the stairs. So let's go up. Oh, QK. Okay, this is our first stop. So that was just like less than 5 minutes of climbing stairs, but that was tiring. It's actually kind of hot. Okay, so 25 minutes more to go.
Almost 30 still.
じゃあそうなじゃあ I don't need this jacket やばいしんどい These are beautiful flowers that I saw here while going up. I think it's a mountain flower. And yeah, sorry if I'm catching my breath because the walk here is really tough and we're not even halfway. But these are beautiful flowers though. They're not sakura, but they're like purple. This is hell. Oh. Like this, you can touch the sakura. Sakura, give me energy. Energy to go up just a few more steps until we reach the topmost observatory deck. Energy boost. Okay. Also, we are now at Mount Hachibuse.
Nice to meet you. First time knowledge.
Yes. もう無理と思った。But actually.
あ、ケイウド。
よくそ。
よくそ。
よくそ。Hachibuse山。Yay! That's our victory music. So this is apparently the correlator. And then that building over there, I think that's the Kisa Cosmos, or the rotating cafe. So we're gonna go there and see if there's a queue. I hope not. I hope we can just go there and get a seat quickly because I want to rest and I need a drink. Let's go. So this is our reward for the very difficult climb up. Actually, yeah, but this is not only the challenge is not only going up, but once you get here in the restaurant, it's actually hard to get a table because there are lots of people. So it's better if you're with someone and then the other person will order and the other person will like scout for a table. But luckily, we found ourselves a table so we can finally eat our dessert. So I have this Mont Blanc set. So yay! I deserve some sweets. And then I think this is milk crepe. Yay! Also looks so yummy. And then we're just gonna have tea. So, itadakimasu! So this is the revolving restaurant. So you can't notice that we're moving, but we are actually moving. So if you look closely to the ground, it's moving slowly, like super slow. Like you honestly won't feel it unless you like focus your eye on the ground. But if I do focus it on the ground, I actually get kind of dizzy. So it's much better to like just not focus it. But I moved because a while ago I can actually see that view, but now I can see the trees view. So it takes like 55 minutes to do a complete turn. Yeah, 360 turn. So yeah. So how to get here? So first you can ride the ropeway. So if you ride the ropeway, that's the easier part. But as we showed you a while ago, we will have to wait for a long time because there are lots of people. So if you don't want to wait, if you're like us, you're impatient, you can also climb the mountain, go hiking. The steps are kind of steep though, so if you're old, like I don't recommend it, but I see a lot of old Japanese climbing up and they look good, they look fine. And actually, I felt like I was dying because I don't exercise and I don't do hiking. So that was so hard. So it took us like 40 minutes, although Google Maps said that it would take 30 minutes, but we took lots of stops, like rests all throughout the climb. So yeah, it took us around 40 minutes. And then when you reach the top, in order to go here, you also have to climb a few more steps, maybe around 10% of what you climbed from the ground up. Yay, so our reward. So the coasters are actually so cute. Look, it's the ropeway. And the other design. Ta-da! It's the observatory deck. Yay. This is the Mont Blanc. It's much prettier like this. And this is the other food. Yay! And then from here, you can see the view of the town. So beautiful, but I bet it's even more beautiful at night. Oishii. もう歩くはもうあかんよ。もうあかん。
足ニーズマッサージ？本当？うん。でもなんか僕結構意外と大丈夫そうよ。
おめでとうございます。足強いです。
桜シーズン何食べるか知ってる？何食べるか知ってる？
団子。
ああ、これこれ。
ピンクと緑団子。
これあ、白ね。ピンクと緑と白や。
あといろんな桜スナックとか。
桜スナックで
何？まあリミテッドスナックスね。
ああ、何チョコレートかなあれ？キットカットかな？
いやキットカットじゃないけど、難しいな。なんか usually during spring season なんかいろんな桜なんちゃら桜スイーツ出てくるな。あ、いい。 how to ride the car later. Ah, oh, cha, oh, cha. Oh, demo, it's like roller coaster, but it's safer. It's not fast. This is actually a nice experience. Like, if you want to try something unusual, this is what they call the car later. So we're using it now that we're going down, but I think it's better if you're using it to go up, just so you won't tire yourself, especially if you already climbed up the mountain. But it's still fun. It's a good experience, and it costs only 300 yen for one person. It's not that expensive, so yeah, give it a try. View over there, the view is also amazing. Oh. And it's kind of bumpy, so yeah, prepare yourself. There's no seatbelt too, so just okay. So it actually takes 30 minutes from here to the from here just to get a ticket. So 30 minutes plus the time that it takes from the ropeway. So I think that's an hour, like 15 minutes. So that would cost us 1 hour 30 minutes just to go from here to the bottom of the mountain, or like from the start. So we decided to just walk. And now my cameraman is laughing, so let's go. Stretch, stretch. Stretch, stretch. Yes. So there's also a good benefit of going down here. Benefit あるよ。
何？安い？ロープウェイの。
違います。
何？
You can see other people's faces like
でもさっきのチャイルドめちゃめちゃ元気だったよ。
いや、後ろの子供はめちゃめちゃしんどい。
あ、本当。
2人は大丈夫よ。後ろは。よいしょ。よいしょ。ほら、先ここで I was almost dead there. お邪魔しますね。おー。Okay, so we just got back to the car, and when he checked the number a while ago, it was around the 3,500. It was around 3,400. So it means that if we actually waited, we would have, we were still in the ropeway as of the moment, but we climbed up. That took us around 40 minutes, and then we stayed in the cafe for a while. We took a break, and then we went down, and now we're back here and we're exiting the parking. So we saved time, but honestly, if you are not fit or if you don't exercise, it's gonna be hell. It was hell for me. So yeah, but it was an interesting experience, and the view was great. Also, we decided that we will cancel going to Nishinomiya because the time now is 4:20, and if we go there, and then I think we also have to wait for the parking again and then find a picnic spot. So it would cost us a lot of time.
Hanami is one of Japan's most beautiful traditions. By following simple etiquette, everyone can enjoy the season peacefully. This spring, take a moment to appreciate the blossoms, the atmosphere, and the people you share it with. Thank you for watching till the end. If you liked this video, please click the like button and subscribe for more videos. Thank you so much for watching, and may your Hanami be as beautiful as the Sakura themselves. See you next time. Bye!